Okay, sorry about that, George.
It's alright. See? Start scrolling, Fazzy. Start scrolling. You have to scroll pretty fast to catch up. You're a few lyrics behind.
Reasons to be cheerful, part 3. Somebody hurry, the working folk, pulling his money and boats.
Oh no.
As we hurry, the boat shall go, jump back in the alley, adding any goats. 18 with the scandals, going out the candles, all other riddles, seeing Mickey Billy, Manny Smith and Boo, Ian Robertson, and Porridge Oates. I better bring them there, I better come and share it. You're welcome, we can spare it. Yellow socks, too short to be haughty, nothing to be naughty. Going on preaching, no energy, the juice on the carrot, the smile of the parrot, I looked at Dom and Clara, anything else. Elvis and Scotty, days when I was spotted, sitting on the bottom, chilling sports car.
Stop an halfway before I start dancing, so we fill the space.
Reasons to be cheerful, part 3.
There we go. Haven't got a presentation.
Tell us about Ian Jory,
I've got some
people might not be aware of who Ian Jory is. And
Ian Jory is a Londoner from the past. He's a relic. Is he still alive?
I don't think he is.
No, he might have.
Need to check that. Need to fact check that. No, I don't think he is.
Well, my video would consist of quite lyrically tied visuals. It would just basically go through his list of reasons to be cheerful, presenting things. Maybe like one from each line or verse, depending on how fast we manage to go. This will be done by one main narrator, lip syncing as he goes. Probably a boy, purely because Ian's a man's voice. And there's like a few ways that the things and places listed in the song could be presented. I just put those nice little pictures up so just to have something to watch. So I wasn't just stood there like 11, even though I still was during the music.
It's very literal. You want to have very literal.
Yeah. I was quite sad really that some of them didn't show up. You missed out on some good ones, if I'm honest with you.
Sorry.
But yeah, so one way would be like the literal action or object. So in a lot of them, it'd be possible to like act them out or use or wear. For like the yellow socks, health service glasses, could be worn, phoning up a buddy or drinking the juice of a carrot. It could all be like acted. They could be like long shots, close-ups, tracking shots for the ones that like involve like action. It's like a nice little mixture. Towards the end, the amount presented like per line or whatever could increase. And they might have to like overlap, which could be funny, like trying to do more than one at once. I got an example here. Oh yeah, he says in one of the lines that all of the mammals, and then he says an equal vote. And you could like somehow try and merge them, like with mammals and then like a ballot paper or something. But obviously with the mammals one, unless you've got like live guinea pigs on hand, then the RSPCA are like distracted, then there'd have to be like toy mammals or whatever, and that's like the second way that you do it. You could do it like pictures or like models or toys or props or whatever. Take your mum to Paris, so it could be like them sat like an over the shoulder shot, and then you could have like a travel brochure, and then
I've got a little comedy example to show very much.
Let's have an interview.
This is from one of the greatest comedy series of all time, which none of you will have ever seen, called The Day Today, which was back in the 90s, where it was like a fake news programme. I have a very similar idea to what you're talking about.
Helwyn. Mr. Wenby's week of hell ended at 11:30 this morning when his resignation was accepted by the Prime Minister. He then walked out of his office for the last time and left Westminster by car. to meet family and constituents at his house in Gloucestershire, where he hopes to spend more time cultivating his hobbies. He is a keen cook and is also fond of collecting stamps.
Yeah, that pretty much summed up the level of pretty intellectual humour I'm going for.
Yeah.
So yeah, for like the ways that, for the ones that just physically can't be done because for whatever reason they're not like a physical thing or a place, because obviously those you can literally go to and film. But you could do, for example, because obviously he's a musician, in his list of reasons to be cheerful, he's got quite a lot of musical references. And for those, you could do it as simply as someone sat there enjoying music, literally like holding the CD or a record of said person. Yeah, and less entertaining lines, because obviously I'd want to like keep it regular. The less entertaining lines could literally just be like a second, because they're not really funny, and then ones that are slightly more funny can be like drawn out for a few seconds.
Is there a sorry to?
It's alright.
Is there a central performer?
Yes, there would be
video?
one lip syncer male who is giving his list, and so whether it'd be like walking around or in a situation, it would be him who would be lip syncing, presenting things from his list. Yeah, it would be one actor. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it'd be just like a bit of light-hearted, few minutes of innocent fun to make no specific audience smile. You know, like sort of just trying to keep track of the weird references. Like, I'm sure out of those pictures, someone that you're looking at them, it's like, what's that? Like, what's the relevance to that? So that might be like part of the fun. Like, if you're watching this video and you're just like, what's that? What relevance is that? Trying to keep up, or like guess, might be entertaining. Performance-wise, there's like quite a few versions, but depending on which one, there's either a sax solo or a guitar solo or both towards the end of the song, and that would be done in a studio to give that element of more conventional performance, and again in a nice little childish attempt to be funny. You could like mix things from the list into, so while they're trying to give like a really serious guitar solo or whatever, in the style of, there is a video actually, in the style of that, where they're just trying to like lights and smoke and stuff, and then like midway you start getting things from the list coming in. That could be funny.
Right.
Yeah, that's it really. Oh, pros and cons. Pros, just be quite easy to make, not too like complicated or anything. Cons, it's a bit 2D. Doesn't really have any artistic value, or there's no specific audience to it really. It's quite simplistic. There's no real genre conventions. Yeah, as I said, it's not very artistic, or doesn't have a real narrative to it, which it's probably not very.
I think it's artistic.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So there you go.
I just thought I'm going to end with that picture of Ian Jury. It's worth mentioning about.
True, is that what you think of my presentation?
No, Ian Jury was a completely unique figure in the history of pop music, because he was, on the one hand, a polio victim, so he was kind of crippled or disabled.
Yeah, he had a bit of a limp, I think.
Yeah, more than a bit of a limp, I think.
Yeah, and one of the people who lists in the thing actually is a singer, like an American singer from like the generation before him, called Gene Vincent.
Yeah.
And he was also, I think he looked up to him because he was also had the same.
There was a polio epidemic. A lot of people got polio in the.
And he's listed in the song. So.
Yeah, in this country.
It's got a few songs dedicated actually. Sweet Gene Vincent.
Yeah. So he was a kind of a unique figure in pop, an unlikely hero of pop. Your problem will be how do you, because it's not just the music video, of course. It applies to all of you. that's part of the package. So you've also got to create an album cover and also some advertising. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
You could have the main actors surrounded by things from the list, like whether it be lying down or like
you could, but
hanging.
you'll have to have an idea about target audience.
Yeah,
You know, I know that's a bit boring.
Because it is, well, he makes pop, and the video is a very
is
an uncool poppy video. Would be like a very simplistic, broad audience video, so therefore it would be hard.
Yeah, but broad audience.
Yeah. Well, I probably.
Problematic.
Yeah.
So we need to decide: do we do it as though it was 1978?
Yeah. Well, I'm working with Lewis, and we're probably going to do his idea, not mine. So.
All right.
It's probably not going to be a thing.
It would be hard to do. It would be hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great to do, and it's a lovely idea, and it would be great fun, and it would be great to watch, and all the rest of it as a creative idea. But it's harder actually to do something which is
more simple.
niche. I think it's probably would be fair to say, isn't it? We've got time to do yours, like, so much time to do yours at the very start of. Is Destiny alright with that? Yeah.
That's what I was hoping.
You were last.
He bribed me to ramble for ages, so we wouldn't have to do his.
No, you said on the day, so you
Did
did
it?
last.
Is that true?
Yeah.
The rhyme sheets of ramble.
Maybe this should be stopped.